Hi you guys, this is Louisiana Dog, and today I'm going to be showing you those custom figures I said I was going to show you. And as you can see, some of these are actually mostly just repair figures. So it's basically you get an action figure and it's completely broken, and then you kind of give them an upgrade. So this was like a action figure that I bought off of the swap meet, and it had this robotic arm. So when I bought him, he was missing this piece right here. So basically he has that nub, but he didn't have the he didn't have his arm. So what I did was go ahead and actually got some parts that I actually went ahead and put into it. So I put this robotic arm there. It's completely mobile. You can actually move the arm and everything. That moves too. It's got this little thing that goes on the top, but not gonna get into all that. Point is that this is like a repair custom figure, so it's completely reconstructed. I give him this belt thing that's kind of connected to his back right here. I was gonna end up putting one more piece here, and I ended up putting these parts that look like this belts. They're pretty cool. I think it was from like a Fortnite figure that was broken, and that guy was completely demolished as well. So I just went ahead and took parts from him and use it for this guy right here. And I'm gonna use the other parts as well. I'm basically gonna harvest them for the sake of saving other figures. And I also have one that I haven't finished yet. This one's right here. This is like a Transformers, kind of like a Transformers robot. And I haven't finished them yet completely. I still need to put one more piece here. It's like a heart thing that goes in the front. But basically, what I did was just reconnect some of the parts. Just put like some screws in there to hold them together. And then I used remember one of the heads that I constructed? This is one of those heads that I had made, and I just hot glued it on there. And now he's got his head, and I placed it on top of this, which used to be like a crazy glue cap, I guess. So yeah, so that was able to hold on to that. See, a lot of parts are missing, but the point is you can reconstruct it to make it into a whole new figure within itself. Same thing happened with this big Buzz Lightyear here. I have a Buzz Lightyear, and I give him this like kind of like an eyeball arm. It's kind of like the Resident Evil figure. He was missing his entire arm. Still works. The electronics inside still work. It's just that the arm was missing. So I made this arm completely out of scratch. Basically, all this right here is one of those jawbreakers. The eyeball things. I went ahead and cleaned that out, and then I just put it there, and I just taped it. Like I said, I used plastic tape first, then used masking tape on top of that. Then I covered it with glue. I made the fingers as well out of cardboard, and then used use a fork, and I cut the fork out, and I actually made it into the claws. And then I covered the whole thing with paint and wood glue. So now we got like this Buzz Lightyear G-Virus kind of crossover arm. And that's how I do reconstructs of these. So basically, like I said, sometimes you'll find figures and they're missing parts. Like somebody had done abused them. Like this Wonder Woman was missing her arms, and I ended up like fighting like this broken down Predator toy. I ended up giving her that arm right there. And this one as well, I gave her the claw. And then she was missing her legs, so I ended up cutting this part right here to fit into this legs right here. So these legs, I found them as well. And these are all things that people just they sell them, and sometimes they just sell the parts. Sometimes you just put them together. So what I did was actually went ahead and cleaned it. Then I crazy glued that arm there, so you can't really move this arm. This arm was still available, so I crazy glued that piece right there. I'll give it a closer view so you can see that. So from far away you can't tell. From close up you can. You have to get like really into that. It's hard to see, but that basically repairs her as well. Same thing for this right here. Believe it or not, I found a Halo figure and another Halo figure that were missing parts. Funny thing about this guy right here, as you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that arm right there? The arm was from a broken Bumblebee, and that head I found it in a swap meet. Ironic. I was looking for that head before, but I could not find it. Eventually I found it. But I already had fixed the figure that was missing its head, so I ended up putting it on this guy, which looks pretty good. I'm gonna end up painting all this black and then paint it yellow again. So he's gonna get a repaint. So you can see the yellow looks really nice on there. So he's gonna get a complete repaint. He's gonna look completely yellow. So he's not finished with the painting yet, and I'm really slow with painting, so excuse me for that. All right, let me show you another custom figure. This guy right here, the only thing that was missing was his head, but I had this head. I think I'm not sure exactly where this figure was from, but I had this head and like some parts that I had found, and I ended up using it for this guy. As you can see, you can move the head; it's free moving on this figure. So I ended up placing that figure together. This is kind of like my Shadow Raven figure. It's pretty cool. And I even had this one like spike looking thing that goes in the back, so I ended up like hooking that up to the back right there. That's really cool. Alright, let's see if I can get a further look on that so you get a better view. There you go. And admittedly, it's kind of weird, but sometimes you will find these things. You'll find figures that are broken down, and if you got the skills, you can fix them. If you don't, well, might as well sell them. And this one right here, this is like another figure. Like I said, this body, I was looking for the head. I was hoping for the head, which I ended up using for that guy after, where is it? Right down there, right? That guy right there after I found it. But I already had placed this head onto this body and his weapons that I had with them, which is really cool because even though this guy was in parts, it makes like for a really, really crazy Halo figure. So it's got like this wolf flaming head. And has like this wolf kind of like axe blade thing too. So it really looks really awesome. I would like to stand them up so I can get a better view of that. So these are like basically these are just repaired figures. These were all broken and they were repaired. Or you could say reheaded. All right, now these are basically like repair figures, so you know they're kind of like custom in a way because you know they're not really supposed to be this way. But there you go. See, it was like a Halo figure who was decapitated, and I ended up placing this head out there, and it fit so well. It's like it was meant to be, which was funny because here goes the other head. This head was supposed to go on this body, but like I said, I already had put this here. When I found this head, I also found this body that same day. So I had this arm, and I just put it all together, and it's really articulate. You can actually move the whole thing. So it's one of those, well, it happens, you know. I also got this blade that comes out here. Pretty cool. Kind of like a light blade. Alright, now let me show you the other figures. These other ones are completely customized. Where is... Alright, and basically these are kind of like mostly customized. See, there goes the axe I was making the other day. I kind of already painted this part. So that axe goes into this this arm right here, and I'm supposed to put like some kind of head. I guess I'm going to make like a head that could fit into here to make it look kind of like a dreadnought. So inside of that body, or inside of that container, the dreadnought head would be there. And basically connects like via that part right there. See, as you can see, that all this was all cardboard, and it's been like turned into resin on the outside with the paint and the wood glue. I just kind of give it like a dry paint outside, so it looks pretty crazy right here. I'm almost done with this guy. This guy just needs to be painted from his feet. And an additional weapon arm is supposed to be added to this side right here. So that'll be something kind of like how this guy looks. Oh, I also gotta get him to stand up. He can't really stand up on his own. He kind of towers over the other one. This is like, yeah. All right. So the whole purpose of this arm being this way, so you know, when the figure gets taken down, then you know you can rip out this and have a brand new weapon. That's just my idea. All right, now. These right here, these are also custom, you know, these are all cardboard and like scraps of stuff that I found. I painted that face right there, like a troll's face. I painted that with it's this pen, it's just drawn into it. might consider doing that with more different heads in the future. Just draw it in. So this thing has like this weapon thing here. This right here is going to be turned into a spiked mace arm. I already making the hole so I can put it in there. Not sure if I should turn these into feet. I might turn these into feet eventually. Or just keep them as he is. Oh, he's supposed to be looking pretty bloody with that right there. And then let me show you more examples of that. I'm gonna show you a bunch of examples, guys. Same thing with this guy right here. This used to be like one of them like candy things. I just cleaned it out. Here's a container for the front. And this part of the container in the back is going to be carrying like a case or something in the back right there. These are all unfinished, but I was thinking about doing individual videos with each one of these right here. So that way the individual videos, they would actually go ahead and show you something a little bit more like how it's done when it's completely finished. That looks so great. See that right there is like that big mall that I made. It's supposed to come out here. It's supposed to be like my urchin man. So it's supposed to come out like, you know, kind of like attack it like that. So it gives that spiking kind of feel to it. And then just pulls it back in. Well, so let me give you a better view of that. That looks kind of weird from close up. Alright. And then there's about two more, guys. Bear with me. So then there's this one. I saw this little thing and we had like got it, and it was a while back. So I added this too is because this is actually going to become like part of like one of my like figure lines. They're called the Men of Sorrows. And it kind of has like the Cenobite kind of feel to it, you know. I haven't quite got through that yet, but as you can see, I use the cardboard in the bottom to kind of be, like has like this dress kind of look to it. Oh, this one stands on its own. Okay, cool. And it has like this big old claws that are coming out the side right there. A split arm on this side right there. Well, actually, well, that side. This one's the closed one. I might split that arm as well. I'm not sure about that. And I gotta cover these in resin as well. And this one's been partially covered in resin. See, this is another one of those Men of Sorrow things I was talking about. So it's got like this like head looking thing. It was like it's just like a bloody stump kind of looking thing. And it has like one of those like alligator things that you would get as an arm, so kind of has that action to it. And I kind of like did these veiny looking things on here. I think it looks pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to extend the bottom of this one to stand even further because he's got like no stability. He just falls sideways. But once I extend that bottom, it should stand up right. And let me show you two more examples, but these are actually a bit more on the, you know, to give you like a Trello, well, more like a food for thought basically. And this one's kind of inspired by the Gumball Guardians. I don't know if you know who those are. And it's like this big old thing that has like a giant like bowl head, and he's gonna be standing up like this. And I haven't made the arm yet. But the arm, as you can see right here, I'm kind of making, I'm going to make it kind of like one of these like knife-looking thingies, you know, like those butter knives. Or just going to like attach that to there and attach that to right there. You see how that is? And that's like just, I'm barely started making this guy. But I really should get into more finishing the other ones. But as you can see with this guy right here, basically I do finish them eventually. And these are a bit more on a different scale. So there's different kind of figures that you can make as long as you put your mind to it. You know, sometimes finding old toys that are busted up that nobody wants them, you know, that kind of gives you the ability to do that as well. So this one right here, I had to kind of like tape it because I kept losing this piece. See, that part's made out of cardboard that goes in here. See this right here? This is all cardboard. So I was looking through the Warhammer 40K. I was thinking about the dreadnoughts, and the dreadnoughts basically have like, they're kind of like, has this RoboCop kind of thing going to it where they're like cyborgs. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and find a way to place like a body in here. So once we place like a body in here, then it'll be just like the shoulders, the chest, and the head. They're looking all bloody. We're going to put it in there. And then this right here is going to be the viewing window. It's kind of like one of those pop bubble things. And that's how I made this horror. So this is supposed to come out through here like that. So when this gets placed into that, You can kind of see the dead body in the inside right there. Well, it's not really dead. It's more like undead. But that'll be pretty much all I have to say today. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Give it a like, subscribe. You know what to do. I'm gonna be doing a paranormal video not too long from now, like very soon. I finally got permission to do that, and I was supposed to do that video with a friend, and unfortunately that friend passed away. And I'm gonna be dedicating that video to him. So if you guys go ahead and check him out, and the videos will be coming after this one. So this is like the last action figure video for now. I'm gonna start doing more action figure videos and weapon builds after the paranormal videos that I'm gonna be doing after this. Yes, I know I'm very random. But thank you for the love and the support. Hitting that thumbs up. It shows the YouTube algorithm that you really like these kind of videos. I know. Look at this mess. Yes, I know. So it shows YouTube that you like my videos, and they'll put these videos out there, and then there'll be more and more. Oh, pardon. It'll be more and more. I'll get more of that fire to be able to keep on doing what I do. Okay, so if you guys like, my custom action figures and weapons and stuff, let me know in the comment section. You're like, hey, I like your action figure videos, but if you like my paranormal videos, like those too, I'm gonna do them anyways because I end up doing both things after all, and I do have a passion for that. I also do drawings, sketch art. Basically, it's not like the best sketch art out there, but it's pretty much not bad at all. I wonder if this thing works. Ooh, it does work. I might end up putting an arm on this one. So yeah, that's pretty much for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.